Holy God, may the words of my lips and the meditations that well up from deep within each of our hearts be truly acceptable to you. Amen. In the book, The Gospel According to Peanuts and the Parable of Peanuts, the author tells about how a high school student, the author, who grew up in Midland, Texas, he became an agnostic. And he was in charge of the science class, and the high school teacher got mad at him and complained to the principal, and the principal got the mother and father in the office, talked to them, and when Robert Short, the author, came home that night, his mother sat him down at the kitchen table and said to him, "I thought we raised you right. I never thought it would come to this. Our son, an agnostic." And later, Robert Short found a new relationship with Jesus in college, and he felt called to ministry. And sitting at home with his mother, telling her of his decision at the kitchen table, she sat there with tears rolling down her cheeks, and she said, "I thought it would never come to this. My son, a religious fanatic." Who do people say I am? Now, it's no accident that Jesus asked that question to his disciples at that moment in that region called Caesarea Philippi, which is the Golan Heights now in Israel. They were on the hills overlooking the city, which had a magnificent temple built in honor of the Emperor Caesar. Caesar, who was worshipped as a god by the Romans. The area was also the center of worship for the Phoenician god Baal and the Greek god Pan. History, religion, politics all came together in that one region and exalted many different gods. And each of the gods was known to have special powers. Everywhere there were massive monuments to pagan gods of all kinds. In fact, there was even a cave that was believed to be the entrance to the underworld, where some people would slaughter pigs and throw it in front of them to make an offering to the underworld. So Jesus and his disciples are traveling around through this area, and they're surrounded by all of these indicators of the pagan lifestyle. And these Jewish people that were his followers had long been told to stay away from these places. Don't go near them. You'll be unclean. Just keep away. So here they are, surrounded on all sides by neighbors who worship gods other than Yahweh. And it's in this setting Jesus asks the provocative question, "Who do the people say I am?" And they have no idea what he's getting at, but they respond. Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, still others say you're a prophet. But it's not enough for him. So Jesus presses them to focus in on what they believe. But what about you? Who do you say I am? 2,000 years later, that question still lays our faith wide open to examination. Today, we too wander among many different beliefs and gods who draw the attention of our friends and even ourselves and appeal to individual desires. Now, I'm not referring just to the religious views, of which there are many, but rather what holds people's attention, time, and money. For some, it might be sports, you know. Patriots are on a 4 o'clock game today, you know. For others, it could be shopping, getting that one more thing. It could be animals. My dog Molly, she takes a large part of my time because I like being around dogs. She's mine. The list is endless. Everybody's got something that, is their thing. If you're curious and want to know what is most important to you in your life, you might read a couple of books. Your checkbook, and that paper that comes with your credit card at the end of the month. If you go through those things, you'll see what's important to you. Who do you say I am? As people of faith, we're not immune to the world, but here we are on Sunday morning, right? There's room for others, but you're here. You're here. You're seeking to find the Christ amongst all those distractions outside. And those distractions can be immense. If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Take up a cross. That sounds pretty powerful. I noticed that we have a couple of crosses here. We got one there, got one there, one over there. Pretty powerful symbol, but do we pay attention to it? Do we pay attention to it? What does it mean to take up that cross? When you bear Jesus' cross, you're saying that you're willing to serve God. You're willing to serve others. You're willing to put aside selfish concerns and focus attention on God's kingdom. If that costs you money or some personal time, if you have to get up and leave your comfort zone, then that's just what you're supposed to do. But do we do it? Do we do it? When you bear a cross, God comes first in your life. There are many people who live only for themselves and the people they love. They're not evil, they're not bad, they're maybe a little selfish, that's all. They never knowingly break the law. They're very nice people. The only problem with them is that they haven't a clue that Jesus meant when he said, if anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. They're like Lucy in the old Peanuts comic strip. Lucy's swinging the bat. Swinging on a swing at the playground. And Charlie Brown comes to her and says, it says here the world revolves around the sun once a year. And Lucy stops and says, the world revolves around the sun? Are you sure? I thought it revolved around me. Now, few people are as candid as Lucy, but they make the same mistake. They really do love the world, that the world revolves around them. They like their needs taken care of. And sometimes they can be quite aggressive at getting their needs taken care of. That's a philosophy that guides many people these days. Look out for number not one, I got mine, but if you want yours, you got to get it yourself. And that's not really all that bad unless you believe in Jesus Christ. If we're merely here today and gone tomorrow, then what does it matter what we do with our lives? It matters little how we treat our neighbors, whether we're generous to our church, or whether we seek justice for all people. Without the gospel, it makes no sense to take up a cross. But if we believe the gospel, there is no escape from what the calling is to it. That's the point of all this we do here. Whether it's Sunday school or youth group or Bible study, the morning sermon, mission trips, singing hymns, or eating chocolate chip cookies out in Fellowship Hall. It's all about helping each other lift up our crosses. And in doing so, we become more compassionate, more caring, more faithful, a people who love God and have the strength and the courage to truly love our neighbors, even the ones we don't much like that much. Sometimes we hear those words, get behind me, Satan, and boy, does those sound like powerful words, don't they? Get behind me, Satan. I like the way you said it today. Yeah. She's not saying that to you. But Jesus was really just telling his friends, I don't want to see that. Let me see what you got. Let me see who you are. Show me your faith. And then you're behind me with all those other things that distract. So, give it a try. All right? And I pray that may be so.